So, I gotta make this chicken into a big flat piece of meat, right? To roll it and stuff it.
You were talking about yesterday.
I'm gonna use that one actually as well. First thing I'm gonna do, same thing, normal standard, French my drumettes. Set those aside for stock or something else. Remember that? Right, pop out. Okay, I'm gonna split this. And I have my chef knife and my boning knife here because I've got a couple of different things I need to do. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split it right down the middle. Not going through, just going through that top breastplate, okay? And then open it up. That's how I'm gonna begin. Then I'm just gonna take my knife, and y'all know how to bone this out normal-wise, right? So we're just gonna kind of follow those same lines. Remember, I use the tip of my knife and my hands in butchering. I'm gonna cut the wing bone off because I'm gonna need to pull that out separate later. Basically, I'm just gonna follow this breastbone around, and I wanna keep this skin intact. So I don't wanna cut down through the back of that chicken. And I'm pulling up, cutting as I go, just making little snippets, okay? Right here, I'm gonna kind of go through that back plate and just take this out. Okay. Right here, see this bone right here? Push it through one side, make a little ring with your hand. Yeah, you just gotta break that little cartilage right there. Yeah, you might need to cut around it if there's still a little of that cartilage attached. There it is, all right. Got a little piece of that wishbone here that was still attached, take that out. Doing good here. Go over here. Same thing here, kind of making that separation on that wing joint so I can take it out. There it is. Again, now I'm gonna flip this over. I'm right-handed. I can't do that over myself, so I'm just gonna turn it over, keep cutting down. Watch the language back there. That. We cut right down the back. Take that vertebrae and kind of snap it back so I can really get in now my leg and thigh bones. All right, now I've got half that chicken deboned. A little piece of that wishbone right there. Same thing right here. Cut around some of that cartilage if it's still kind of stuck. Come on. There it is. Kind of hard to grip it sometimes, okay? So it is real, yeah, it's real slippery. So just be careful with your knife. Take your time on this part. Again, push it through. Just pinch my hand, smooth. Just kidding, you're fine. It's okay. All right, look at that. I got my breasts all deboned. Now I'm moving down to my thighs. I'm gonna take this back part, kind of contour around there. Pick up from this back area, keep working my way down, okay? I want to keep this nice and intact.
So it's not a specific way to do it, just get the bone out, right?
I just do these steps where I going down, contour around the breast, work down the vertebrae so I get a whole piece. Yeah, and then, I mean, I'm sure there's someone who does it slightly different than me, but this is the way I was always shown.
Top to bottom, right?
Yep. And then I'm just, again, keeping this skin, look. I'm making sure to cut right along the edge there. Keep all that skin. I can cut this vertebrae out right now. That's all good for stock, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Now, it's actually getting kind of easy. Now, my legs and thighs, same thing. I want to debone them. Cut a little slot there. Then take my knife, Detach the top of that muscle, just scrape down gently. And with your hand, you can sort of peel these muscles back. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. All right. When I get to this step, I'm gonna take the back of my chef knife right at this joint. I'm gonna keep this little nub on for presentation. Break that bone. See that nub just sitting there? Then go all the way down. Cut around that leg and watch, cut around this joint. Just like our wing bone, we cut around that joint, all the way around it. Again, take my hand, grip it, pull it out. Make sure there's no bone fragments. And then pop that little part back out. Kinda. Oop. Now, take that little part out there. And do the same thing right here. I'm gonna do this other side pretty quick. I wanna get y'all back to work. Cut around that meat on the leg, right around this is below the joint, okay? Loosen it up a little bit. Ready? Right here. Pop that nub back out. Okay? Now, you're gonna make your force meat. I've got some chicken in this cooler here that we can use to make the force meat. Stick with that force meat recipe. You might not use all of it. That's okay. I'm gonna do an inlay of that force meat, maybe an inch wide tube. Put it in a piping bag. Pipe it in. And we're gonna wrap this around. Right? And then we're gonna tie it so these nubs stick out, and then the rest of this is just a nice little tube of chicken.
I got a question. You don't season the chicken?
Yeah. When you do before you do your force meat will be seasoned thoroughly. I would do season the inside with salt and pepper, and then the outside too. Yeah. Okay.